mentioned earlier that there's 3 relationships you've got to master. If the relationship with myself, we already know about the relationship with God, okay? If my relationship with myself is not intact, then it's going to be hard for me to have a healthy relationship with someone else. So have you ever met a woman who's been in an abusive relationship with an abusive man, and thank God she got out and entered into another abusive relationship with another abusive man, and thank God she got out and entered into another abusive relationship with another abusive man, and the pattern and the cycle repeats itself? So does that woman desire an abusive relationship with an abusive man? Who would? That's crazy. But there's something inside that woman that she's not aware of that is attracting an abuser into her life. Oftentimes there are what we call personality attachments. I'll give you another example. A person who has a need to take care of and to do for and to build up an individual usually attracts needy people. It's like, why? How come every time I meet a guy, he becomes a project, right? I got to help him with this. I got to help him with that, right? And so what we do is we point the finger and say, here we go again, this joker, that female, and don't realize that there's something inside of us. It was Stokely Carmichael, formerly known as Kwame Ture. He was an African-American leader amongst our people who eventually moved to Ghana. He said that the job of the conscious is to make the unconscious aware of their unconscious behavior, thus making them conscious. As individuals, we must become conscious of our unconscious behaviors. Breaking the habit of being yourself means recognizing those unconscious thoughts, feelings, and actions that keep us winding up in bad situations that we're just drawn and attracted into. When you take the time to detach yourself from the world, then here we go. Number 2, bring in a community. Now, let me break this down a little bit deeper. There's a concept called the hub and spoke support model. Hub and spoke. Think about a tire. You have the hub in the middle, and then you have the spokes that come around that hub. Place yourself in the hub. Your name is in that hub. Each spoke represents an individual in your life who can now pour into you. So for me, Hassani, my hub and spoke support model consists of a few powerful men. So as a husband, when I run into trouble and I need to get advice, there's someone that I have a spoke that I can connect to. As a parent, when I'm struggling with my children, there's a spoke, a man who's a phenomenal father that I can connect to. If I'm dealing with financial situations, there's a spoke that I can connect to. One of my best friends who's a financial wizard, I can get wisdom and advice from. I've got spokes in my life that will be honest with me. We surround ourselves with cheerleaders rather than mentors and coaches. See, a cheerleader will praise you even when you're wrong. They will see you falling off of into a ditch and will cheer you on. Yeah, girl, jump in that ditch, girl. But a mentor or coach will stop you in your tracks, help you to see in yourself what you've been oblivious of, and put you right on the right track. So you've got to surround yourself with brilliant people, with wisdom, with integrity, with a heart for you that will keep it real for you and let you know the relational patterns and traps that you've involved yourselves in so that you can correct that. And then having a relationship with God, he reveals himself to you so that when you become the person you need to become, when you enter into that next relationship, you're no longer entering into the same relational pattern because you've become a different you. Does that make sense?